Hello guys, welcome back. It's Logical as always, and this time we're going to be Aurora in off lane or solo lane. Now this is where the fun actually starts, because this video is actually nothing to do with me, even though I'm up to no good as well. This video is more leaning towards our jungler, the Rampage, because if I'm going to be very clear, Rampage went on a goddamn rampage. There's a clip of him taking on 4 people, and it took 4 people to put him down, which says more than enough whenever you think of it in that sense. My opponent is Zorus, and that's just not a lot of fun, to be honest, because Zorus is a fucking animal. But at that stage, it is what it is. So, we're just going to get straight into it. Our team's not fantastic. The main contributor to our victory was most certainly our Rampage. Their team is balanced throughout. But the thing is, though, is I'm not good in offlane. I am not good in solo lane. I am actually quite shit at it because I am far too aggressive. Whenever you like, as I say to everybody, or at least I try to, if you're going to do offlane or solo lane, always build defense first. And the reason why is because if you're building damage, you're going to be taken advantage of very quickly. And I learned this the hard way through many hours, of getting my ass kicked. It is as genuinely as simple as that, so it is. And this is one of the key points that I do need to bring up in particularly doing solo lane, because Aurora would be my solo laner of choice, or off laner of choice. So she would be, because she has a lot of additional shenanigans that you can apply to it. But again, got a little bit lucky. I'm actually lucky I even survived this altercation, because if Zorus was going to press it, I was going to get slaughtered. But that basically gave him a lead on me. That lead will not stick. This is the first, so I have basically clipped every one of Rampage's kills. So I have, because Rampage goes on a goddamn rampage. But because Zorus is already starting to get the better of me, and because I'm specifically not building damage, he's going to be able to clear faster than I can and start wailing on me. So he is example A. And yeah, fun little glitch there. But yeah, Zorus gets his first kill on me, and it was inside of his Colosseum, so he does get an attack boost from it, which is really shit. And again, Rampage starts to pop off as per normal. But yes, with Zorus starting to really start to get the better of me, I'm having to play back. But he is very overconfident, because I will make it very clear that Aurora is not somebody to be taken lightly. Once she gets a little bit of rhythm going, you're going to find yourself in a lot of pain. I'm just making this very clear, because what this Zorus suffers later on is just sheer bullying is the best way I can describe it. So it is. Kalari picks up Eden, and then Rampage picks up Dacker, and then I think Kalari picks up Rampage. So yeah, Rampage is always 90% of the time going to be in the thick of the fight. He doesn't really take much of a chill pill in that sense. He is always in the thick of it. He does not take a chill pill whatsoever. I think this will be the first time that I'm actually going to full on retaliate on this Zorus. So it is, no, it's not actually, he actually backs off on this one, so he does. I forgot about that. So he did, because there is a moment here where he gets overconfident. So it is, Rampage again takes out the Kalari. Again, when you see Rampage's kills, double kill. Rampage is not opposed to get into the thick of a fight. And this is something that I do need to bring up. So it is. Zorus, however, has made a glaring issue. I'm Aurora, which means I have more than enough nastiness to work with. The joys. Now this is kill number 1. At this stage, he's still confident he can take me in a 1v1 fight, which I'm not disagreeing with. Rampage picks up another kill. Of course he does. Like, in the space that I've died 1-on-1, he's just again, he's on a rampage. Again, this is the entire reason. Here, Rampage gonna rampage. That's as simple as that. So yeah, this is now, again, Rampage is just taking on all comers. He does not give a shit. This is now the second time that me and Zorus has, after his first death, this is now the second time he has now landed in my lane. I'm saying my lane because I own this lane now. I don't care. And he's going to try and take me on here. And unfortunately for Zorus, this is not going to end well for him in any way, shape or form, because he's just not strong enough now. This is why I say build defense, and this also marks the last time Zarus will be in this lane. I'm just going to make that exceptionally clear. As you can see, Zarus takes out the Fae. This will be the last time Zarus will be in that lane for the rest of the match, until damn near the very end. At this stage, I've now rotated over to help Duolin out, because Duolin's getting a little bit pressured, so I figured, bugger it, I'll come and help. Kalari's obviously floating about, and of course, I messed up by not doing the thing that I should have done, but again, Aurora doing Aurora things is the best way I can say it. Aurora, once you build a good bit of defense, is pretty hard to deal with, and because I also have that flux, I can't remember what the actual thing's called, but it reduces enemies' tenacity, which means that the Hoarfrost ring keeps them stunned for longer, which is the epitome of nastiness. But Kalari thinks she has gotten away, but me and Rampage are more or less just fed up with this Kalari's bullshit. Again, the Rampage has zero goddamn chill, and I love every second of it. Again, Rampage is still bullying. Kalari's beside me. Now, I'm low on health, so I am, but Kalari gets clipped by my ult and then clipped by the ring, which is an absolute clean kill, so it is. And again, Rampage takes out Zarus. Again, double kill. Again, how many times do I have to reiterate that this Rampage don't give no shits? It's at this stage, so watch this. He takes out Grim. So he does. He takes out Kalari. And there's also a Decker and a Zarus on him. So there was 4 people on him at that time. And it took 4 of them. He killed 2 of them, and he took 4 of them to kill him. So if nothing else, that is fucking impressive. So it is. And then this now marks the first time since his 2 deaths against me. This is the first time that marks him in my lane. And of course, Kalari has to interfere, but I'm going to do what I do best. Rampage is now here as well. Absolutely, Rampage ain't got no shits to give right now, so he doesn't. It's as simple as that. Rampage has no chill. And because again, my tower's still up, so I don't really mind. So I'm actually rotating over here to actually help Duolin. Grim just so happens to be the one that gets in my sights, and Rampage takes out the Decker, so down goes Duolin. Quick, simple, and easy. So it is. And Zarus is trying to figure out what the hell he's going to do, which is still quite fun in my opinion. It's just quite funny. But yeah, Rampage is still just, the second that a fight starts, even actually, do you want to know something? It's normally Rampage that starts the fight. So it is. It's normally Rampage that gets into the thick of it, because if you notice, nobody's getting assists with him. So this means that he's getting stuck into the fight as quick as he possibly can. Kalari thinks that she's going to try and escape me. Yeah, that's not happening, because you are 3 levels beneath me. You are not going to survive this engagement. And you are most certainly not going to survive this engagement once Eden gets lopped in. Again, dropping a ward to make sure that I can track her. And yeah, it's pretty much a clean kill at this stage. It was actually the Fire Blossom that got her, which I thought was quite interesting. It's something that you don't often see. So it isn't. And at this stage, we have more or less won. And this is the thing that this is the entire reason I brought this up. The Rampage says, don't finish. I'm actually going to enlarge this portion so I am, just so you can all see, because quite frankly, either somebody on the enemy team really pissed off this Rampage, or Rampage just has a really nasty streak to him. But I found this absolutely entertaining. This is the entire reason for the video. Do you want Isa said, do you want them to feel pain? And where do you see his reaction is simply yes. He is doing this just to demonstrate his superiority, his overwhelming force, and he's just here for a jolly good time. And of course I like it, because I'm sorry, but it was absolutely entertaining. His reaction whenever the minions finished off the match is even better, though. He was just like, no! Insert Darth Vader. And then he says, damn it. But yeah, no, the Rampage popped off. This Rampage was an absolute unit, and if you look at his build, it explains a lot why he's so goddamn strong. He finished that there at 16-4. He bullied the enemy team. But yeah, that's just my take on that there. That was quite fun. So guys, if you all enjoyed, please like, share and subscribe if you didn't enjoy. And yeah, remember, not everything goes to plan. And fear Rampage if he decides to go on a rampage.